Just a gorgeous fall afternoon in the heart of Texas. No weather to speak of. Sun out, roof open. Yes, yes, and yes. A great day for football at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Dallas Cowboys. That's fielded in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. First carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Rosen. And the catch made by Hopkins. Give them 14 on that one and a first down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how we're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, it was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Here's Rosen. He finds Hopkins complete. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 45-yard line.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Here we go.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. On first down, they'll run with Hunt. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. They'll try to run for the first down with Hunt. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. They have the first down with that gain of 4 yards. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs, gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up.
They'll look to throw on first down with Josh Rosen. Big loss here as he's taken down. The sack by Jordan Willis.
And they're picking up right where they left off with the shutout that they pitched last week. A huge part of that, this pass rush. They know how to get after people.
Offensively, good luck finding some answers right now. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. And now it's Rosen looking. Complete to Jones. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. This will be play number 9 coming up on this relatively long opening drive as they look to convert on 3rd down. On the delay, here's Hunt. And Hunt is not going to get there. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points.
Good. 180. All day, baby, all day. Alert 3, alert 3. Regular.
Now the former 4th-round pick, it's Kalen Ballage. And he works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Ballage. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Hey, alert! Check Mike 21, check Mike 21.
Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
It is one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
On 4th down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. And they'll go ahead and down this one right on the chalk of the 20-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. To begin the drive, here's a handoff to Hunt. Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Rosen will throw. It's complete to Hopkins. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where he is going to wind up losing yardage here.
as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
I don't know why, but it's always agonizing to me to see a guy make a mistake in this phase of the game, because it's all on him. All eyes there. He's got a chance to make a punt return, and instead he ends up putting it on the carpet.
Puts it on the carpet. The little rubber pellets shoot up. Never a good sign for a returner on this field turf surface.
No, not at all. And a bunch of them go up when they're all trying to get to the football, don't they?
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They run it with Balaj. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
Let's talk a little football 101 here. Because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
We own it. We own it.
They'll run here with Balaj. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage, because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
All day, every day, any day.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
They went with the dive look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Sets up 4th down.
And it bangs off the left upright and deflects away. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So plenty of leg, but it's the accuracy there that lets him down.
Yeah, he hit it really well. I think this might have been good from 55. But you'll see it just conk off that upright, and they're denied a chance at 3 points.
Now a chance to take advantage of that missed field goal. 1st and 10, way up at the 37. Well, here's a good way to kick off a drive, complete over the middle. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. Rose into the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. They run with Hunt. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Now on 2nd and 13. Rosen, he's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
But one thing's for sure, when you've got a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. The Bengals on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. Under pressure, and he will go down. sacked back at the 46. Harold Landry able to record his 5th sack of the season. Here's Bradley Pinion now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game. But this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
Pistol. Kings.
Mayfield on 1st down. Going deep downfield for Ross. It got his man complete. A big play here for Dallas. 52 yards.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than a defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
They run on 1st down as they're able to get this forward for about 4. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Check my 21.
Balaj. And he'll get it down inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. And he is going to be close to a 1st down as the tackle made at the Bengals 29.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Check my 21. Hey, Orbit. You got tight. You got tight right there. Hey, check Mike 21. Mike 21.
On 3rd and 1, here's Mayfield. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Boy, Brandon, that's what I'd call an ill-advised pass right there on 3rd down. I mean, you just need a yard or two to keep the drive going. Instead, he's trying to hit a home run. You've got to really like your chances if you're going to take a shot like that.
They'll begin the drive with Hunt. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. Here's Rosen to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
The Bengals on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 8. Now Rosen looking to throw. It's caught. Jones. It's a gain of 22 as we tick towards the 2-minute warning.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
2nd quarter, 2 minutes remain, 3-0 our score.
Let's make these babies cry right now.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now Rosen. Looking downfield for Jones. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. To throw is Rosen. They'll go screen here to Hunt. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one goes for 29 yards on 3rd down.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a 1st down.
They'll run with White. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Let's go.
Now it's Rosen. Escaping the pressure right. The hook up on the right side to Hopkins. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
From the red zone now, here's Rosen on 1st down. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. DeAndre Hopkins once again the intended target. And now it's 2nd down.
It's 2nd down and 10.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Let's put him on the buses.
On 2nd down, they'll run with White. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
3rd down.
And on 3rd down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back.
Hey, let go.
From the gun, it's Rosen. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. From 10 yards out. And the Bengals, they widen their lead.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor, in effect.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'm going to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And he will be brought down as time has now run out on this first half of action. So we have reached halftime with our score 10-0. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. The drive will commence with a run by Balaj. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. It's Melvin Ingram on the tackle.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Throwing, Mayfield. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 23 yards the pickup there.
Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, please.
At the 49-yard line.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. That ball complete to Isabella. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. And he'll give it here to his running back. Taking it right down Broadway. Touchdown, Cowboys. Kalen Balaj with touchdown number 7 on the year. As they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Josh Lambo now for the point after. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now. And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. 2nd and 1. Hopkins on the grab over the middle. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A gain there of 30 big ones. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now Hunt. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
From the 27, Rosen looking for the end zone. Oh, he almost had it for the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, third down. They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. On third down, here's Hunt. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. They end up getting stuffed twice after that 9-yard gain back on first down.
And, partner, in a lot of short yardage situations, you'll see the linebackers step up into the gaps, what we call mugging the line of scrimmage, to make sure they take away all spaces, all creases. That one worked really well for them.
Only needed a yard, instead went backwards. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
And I would say that you pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the third quarter. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
23 yards, the final tally.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
Alert, alert! Alert, alert! X3, 218, chopper. Pistol.
To throw, Mayfield. He's going to sling this deep downfield. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he does take it in for the touchdown, but a flag on the field, and I don't think this is going to stand.
Yeah, don't put the points on the board just yet.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
Watch the slant. Hey, check Mike 21. Mike 21. Check Mike 21. Hey, Delta. 55.
From the gun, Mayfield. Got an open man, it's Rattler. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards.
That's a real nice job right there, working the middle of the field, working against those safeties. And you know, partner, if you get your hips turned the wrong way, big plays can result.
And a big play resulted right there. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Mayfield down. This one caught by Isabella. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 17 yards on the play there, and the Cowboys have a 1st down.
Well, they obviously read man coverage their partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender. Made him
what do you
think,
mean by that?
Yeah, he made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield. Then he curls back inside for the completion.
Point it right. Hey, check Mike 21.
Now they try the right side here. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarter.
And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Kalen Ballage, he scored on the ground and through the air as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And that will put them on top here in the third. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. They had that lead, looked pretty comfortable in the first half, maybe got a little bit overconfident because that's gone now.
Almost takes us back to being kids, doesn't it? Because I know at some point your dad did the exact same thing mine did. Okay. It's okay to be confident, son, but overconfident, that's not a good thing. And that's maybe what we saw here. They thought they had this thing in hand, had full control, and guess what? They've got to find a way to get back to where they were before.
You think Papa Davis and Papa Gordon would get along?
I think they'd get along just fine, and you know something? They'd still be giving us advice.
Absolutely. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
On third down, Rosen. Able to find Shaheen, the tight end. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Give him 17 and a Cincinnati first down.
And there was absolutely zero pressure on the quarterback on that play. Third down, and he has all the time in the world to eventually find an open receiver for a first down pickup.
Now a first down run is sniffed out from the start as they'll drop him for a loss of 4. Back now in Arlington. This one's still anybody's ball game. It's a 1-point difference here as we begin the fourth quarter of play.
Here we go. You're not ready. You're not hard.
Throwing on second and 14. Rosen. It's hauled in by Doxson. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-armed guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
A gain of 3, second down. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top clip.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Jayon Brown came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Bengals on third down, 5 out of 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 16. From the shotgun, it's Rosen. Looking downfield for Jones. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. A 4th and very long coming up. You're out of field goal range. I don't know that you can go for this.
Well, I know that you want to, right? You know that they want to say, hey, let's go for this. We've got the perfect play drawn up. Let's do it. But I wouldn't go for it either. I agree with you totally. You're only down 1 score. Punt it. Let your defense pick you up.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Check. Check the backer. Check the backer. Real.
They'll stay on the ground. Balaj again. And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. No gain that time, and it leaves them with 3rd and 11 coming up.
Leads to 3rd and 11.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 11. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And that is incomplete. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
And the punt goes out of bounds. Where will they put it? They'll put it just inside the 45-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now with a gain.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Hey, alert! Hey, check Mike 21, check Mike 21. I got one.
They'll start with a give here to Balaj. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. Well, that looked like an example of what you said back in the first half. A running back of his size can really wear down a defense. I think he's starting to do that.
I think you're exactly right. And know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team because they see this starting to happen as well. So that means they're going to redouble their efforts to help him out. Extra blocking, getting downfield, helping him out.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
Pilot, 64, weak. King.
First down, Mayfield. Open man is Ross, complete. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Boy, a tight game like this, fourth quarter, personal foul penalties, a no-no.
Yeah, we know the emotions are running high. The tensions are the same. Who can control them best could ultimately win it.
So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10.
It's just me and you. 56 to Mike.
Mayfield looks to throw to the end zone, but it's incomplete. He was looking for John Ross that time, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. On the toss, here's Balaj. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Tackle made there by Matt Milano.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key third down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now, to stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key third down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Pull it together. Kill. Hey, turn it up. Hey, check Mike 21. Check Mike 21. Regular.
And the blitz does come. They'll set up the screen to Balaj. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Lambeau on for the field goal. A 33-yard attempt.
And Lambeau will put this one through. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now, because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. That'll be taken in the end zone. Shrugs the tackle.
Nice.
They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
Here we go.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Yeah, he'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
They'll try a little trickery here on the end around. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They face a critical 3rd down now, needing a score here in the late going. Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. And that will be incomplete. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Down 4 late. Got to go for it here on 4th down. They're going on 4th down. Rosen, he's going to let it fly. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position. So instead of running, Mayfield's going to throw it here. Got a man open. It's Ross. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. John Ross, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And that pushes the lead up to 11. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term?
It's caught inside the 25. A big play there for Cincinnati. 52 yards. Of course, remember, you need a touchdown here and a field goal.
Doesn't matter the order, but they have to get it done and get it done fast.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Now Rosen. It's complete to Hopkins. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
Now it's Rosen. Flush to his right. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. So they got one of the 2 touchdowns they needed. Now for the onside kick. And the Cowboys are going to secure the football, and with it, they'll just about secure the victory as well. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical. Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Second and long, but you got to figure this almost certainly another run. Again, it's Balaj. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game.
Regular. Mike 56. Mike 56. Up. Check. Switch it. Come on, switch it. Tight dog.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. Now the Bengals going to signal for their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This will be kicked from the 42. It's a 52-yard attempt. This is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. And that'll push the lead up to 8. But from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
The Bengals drive about to get going. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring, and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
50
Well, we saw a close game that kept us on the edge of our seats down to that final whistle. And right before that final whistle, defense with one last exclamation mark there, getting the sack to end it.
I love how you phrased it because we were waiting to see what would happen. Obviously, we thought something would happen downfield. Instead, it happens in the offensive backfield, and that's your ball game.
So for Dallas, they move back over 500 now at 4-3. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Cincinnati, the downward spiral continues as they drop to 0-6 now. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.